Good morning, good afternoon, and good night, beautiful people of YouTube. My name is Trinity, aka Infinite Abundance. I hope you're having a great day so far. Today we have some special readings because these are actually individual readings that were purchased by my Patreon subscribers, but they have allowed me to share with you here on YouTube. So I hope these readings resonate with you. If they do, please make sure that you drop a like down below, hit that subscribe button, hit that post notification bell, drop some comments, let me know how it resonates with you. Is it on point? Is it like a little bit on point? Or is it like really on point? Let me know. Also, don't forget to leave a thank you down below because the people who purchase these readings will be down there in the comments at one point or another, I promise you. And they did pay it forward for others as well. So make sure that you show your gratitude. This is a general / love reading. Keep in mind that I will be keeping every person throughout these readings anonymous, so don't worry about that. Respecting these beautiful beings' privacy. If you are interested in becoming a Patreon subscriber yourself, then please check out my website, infiniteabundance27.com, where you can find my Patreon link. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Right off the bat, this is a love reading. We have the lovers. So the thing that shows here is the lovers with the Emperor in reverse, okay? So this is showing where there may be some areas within your relationship where you can claim back your internal power. Even understanding, even though a relationship may be two people or more, you are still an individual. You are still an individual with your own likes, your own dislikes, your own dreams, your own aspirations. And that literally goes for any type of relationship. I feel like so many times people get lost in the sauce pretty much in relationships and mask themselves and change themselves and hide themselves away in order to make their partners comfortable, in order to avoid pain or discomfort for being who you are within a relationship. Sometimes people just don't understand us, even though they love us so much. But whether they understand us or not, if they truly love us, they will allow us to be who we are to the fullest. To the fucking fullest. So, let's see. What needs to be known? What needs to be shown about attaining your internal power? Being yourself within a relationship. What do you need to know? What do you need to know? Okay, so we have the Chariot upright, followed by the Three of Cups. This came out in reverse, followed by the Page of Swords and the Ace of Cups. This is telling me that there's going to be some people, I'm not picking up 100% if this is romantic or platonic relationship, but there are some people in your life who, as you start to claim your internal power, as you start to embody the greatest version of yourself, they may not necessarily see that as a good thing. This may be person or people who you need to change the dynamic of your relationship or the status of your relationship. As you start to fill your own cup, it becomes your greatest blessing. This cup that I'm hearing this like this cup that is you cherish it, you honor it, you fulfill it. You don't let anyone steal from it. You don't let others manipulate you or cross your boundaries, which puts more love and self-respect into that cup that is you. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. This is showing that people in your life, whether that's platonic or romantic, this connection with you, I'm hearing, has been beneficial on more of a like one-sided stance. So if things aren't feeling balanced in a relationship, although relationships are work, that's relationship of all types, platonic or romantic, they take work, they take effort. It should not feel like one person's putting in all the work and one person's putting in nothing. No. I'm going to flip a few more cards. Let's see. What needs to be known? What needs to be shown about moving forward in personal power? We see with the Two of Wands, there may be a little bit of anxiety or fear around, I'm hearing how you're going to claim this power, but ultimately it's a good thing. And I'm hearing grounding, grounding, and it's reassuring to yourself. Knowing that you have the power, you have the say to say, this is something that I will accept from someone who says that they love me, and this is something that I will not. I'm also hearing types of support What needs to be known, what needs to be shown about types of support. I'm going to reshuffle those because they flipped out everywhere. Okay, what needs to be known, what needs to be shown about types of support. Okay, so if these are relationships where, like, when you tell them good news, if they're more like, okay, yeah, whatever, da 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 da, you want to hear about my day? This is somebody who doesn't actually support you. No matter how good the news may be, if they are not supporting you and supporting these dreams, even if they don't know how it's going to work either, there is some sort of change that needs to happen in the way that they are showing their support. Because so many may be like, no, I support you, I believe in you, but, okay, anything after the but, you can keep to your fucking self. Thanks, Jerry. I don't need it. There may be some people who are putting a little bit more judgment onto you, your dreams, your aspirations, what you want in life, how you present or embody yourself. Even if they say they love and support you, they're still giving you a side dish of judgment and bullshit. You don't need to accept it. And you can tell somebody, you know, maybe we just need to do this love thing at a distance until you can work within yourself and see where that judgment is actually all a reflection of you, buddy. Because them putting this judgment and this, I'm hearing doubt, just this like shrouding your dreams or your hopes, your goals, where you want to, what you want to do with your life, just putting this like shrouding it in doubt and fear. And I'm hearing to tell you, don't become compliant in your own fucking life. Don't become compliant to everything that everybody else wants from you in your own fucking life. Whether that's your parents or your siblings or your friends or your partner or, you know, your boss, whatever. None of them have to wake up every day and be in your shoes. They don't have to be in your brain, and they don't have to be the one to put in the work to heal your heart and to lead with your heart and to love with your heart. They don't have to do that. So however they think you need to be doing this life of yours is irrelevant. Completely, 100%, without a doubt, irrelevant. I'm hearing it's time for you to be a menace for your own fucking life, and that's not a bad thing. There's going to be people who see you standing up for yourself and see that as combative. There's going to be people who see you standing up for your dreams, for your hopes, and they're going to see it as foolish. There's going to be people who see you start to show yourself love, and they see it as being conceited. There's going to be people who see you start to believe in yourself and see it as cocky and arrogance. And you know what I say to all those people? Suck my ass. First, you got to pay me, but suck my ass. Truly. You are cutting away from all that negative fucking bullshit that has put so much negative self-talk in your mind from people who say they fucking love you. I'm hearing, find out what real love is and what real support is by giving it to yourself first and by attracting more of it from others who truly have your back, who truly support you whether you are in the room or not. Yeah. Okay. We have a hermit mode. I heard the hermit came. So we have a hermit mode coming up. A little bit of time for self-reflection. Seeing where you can give less. Okay, hear me out. Give less of yourself to other people when it negatively impacts you, and give more of yourself to yourself, even if others think that negatively impacts them. Okay? Because, like I said, opinion of theirs, irrelevant. There's always going to be people who have something to say about the way you are living your life. Fuck them. Fuck them. You are building strength, reassurance, self-validation. You are removing codependent trauma bonds. You are removing the thing in your mind that says, nobody will ever love me as much as this person will love me, so I have to stay here. That's fear talking. That's lack of self-love, lack of self-worth, and it's based in a lie. It's based in a lie. So, we're going to switch from the tarot to the oracle and see what the oracle deck has to say for you. Okay? We are going to be using the Rebel deck because the Rebel deck can get a little bitchy, and I feel like this is the time. This is the appropriate time for a little bit of cutthroat bitchiness. Let's get to the point, okay? What needs to be known? What needs to be shown They broke your heart. What I say earlier, fuck them. They broke your heart. So fuck them. Does that mean live in a mode of anger and resentment? Nope. But it means do you, boo, and fuck everybody else. Like, if they have a problem with how you are living your life, fuck them. You don't need them. You don't need that version. Oh, you need good people around. Okay, some shit's about to get real. You need people who actually support you. So that means it's time to either start cutting off the bitches who don't actually support you, or changing the dynamic of a relationship and setting boundaries within yourself to benefit you. So that way you might not have to say, yeah, fuck this person, get out of my life. But you can say, you know what? You're not very beneficial to what I'm doing with my life right now and the direction that I'm trying to put myself in. And so if you're going to be tearing me down or creating blockages for me, I'm going to remove you until you can no longer be that obstacle for me. I'm going to just come around to say, hey, rather than come around and break bread. You know? It's dark and you can't see a fucking thing because your head is in your ass and it's time to get it out pronto. I'm hearing self-sabotaging cycles. And again, I'm hearing based in fear and a lie. It's fear and a lie. What needs to be known about seeing through the illusion, through the fear, and through the lie? Oh, what did I say earlier? You do you. Stop trying to change people. That shit never works. Ever. Ever. You cannot force another person to change. You cannot force another person to grow. You cannot force another person to see or understand your perspective. You cannot force a person to feel empathetic or compassion for what you are going through or what you have been through. You can never put another person in your shoes so they actually get it and actually listen. They have to want to listen. They have to want to get it. And what did I say earlier about fear? Fuck fear. Fuck fear. Not that fear is a bad thing, because fear teaches. Okay? But fear is not a good enough excuse to trap yourself. Fear is not a good enough excuse to keep yourself from living your greatest life. Fear is not a good enough excuse to keep accepting halfway, watered down bullshit, only as much as they want to give you type love. On that stance, I say, fuck fear. Now is a time to say, you know what? I'm going to feel into this fear, figure out why it's here, feel into this doubt, figure out why it's here so I can release it with love, compassion, and understanding. Like no one did for me, or the past versions of me, right? There's so many times I'm hearing where you may want to give up on yourself. Where is that out of fear? There may be times where you say, I can't do it. I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. Blah, 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 blah. It's all fear. It is a lie. I'm hearing you, the self-sabotaging thought, you can't do better. You can't have better. You can't make more. You can't do more. You can't grow more. It's a lie. And it's a fear from who you will have to become in order to get to where the fuck you want to be. Who do you have to grow into in order to love yourself so fucking much you will never, ever, 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 ever accept anything less than the absolute version of true love that you have created and defined for yourself from anybody else around you. No more, oh, I'm going to choose to love you on a Monday and a Tuesday and maybe on a Saturday, but everywhere else, man. Oh, I'll love you if you do this, this, and this for me. But if you don't, meh. I'll come around if you choose to be, all of that. It's bull. You don't deserve halfway love from anybody. Get the fuck out of your head and get into your heart. It misses you. There's going to be a huge, I'm seeing like just this bright, like pulsing green light in my third eye. So this is going to be a huge awakening of your heart space. A huge awakening of the heart. Learning that nobody outside of you deserves your unconditional love. And that gets people like, what about what about all these people in my life? You can love them to the fucking moon and back. But if they cross your boundaries, if they disrespect you as a fucking person, if they mistreat you, abuse you, do all the shit that somebody that says they love you shouldn't be doing to you, then that's where you say, okay, my condition to be in this circle of mine, in this life of mine, means you don't do this, you don't do this, and you don't do this. And if you do this, there will be a consequence for those actions. Just like, a marriage. If somebody cheats, for a lot of people, that's a condition. If you cheat, we're done. So did that person really ever have your unconditional love? Some people say that's up for debate. I say unconditional love for anyone outside yourself is a disservice to yourself. Because so many people don't understand boundaries. They just want this idea of unconditional love, so they give it to everybody with nobody giving back, and then they forget how to love them fucking selves, and then they're like, oh my God, why does nobody love me? I'm unlovable. No! It's because you've been giving everybody else unconditional love except your fucking self. And I'm going to tone it down because I'm getting real hype, but I get hyper for love. Because everybody deserves it. And unfortunately, it's the people who love everybody else the most, who 9 times out of 10 get fucked over the hardest because they don't know conditions and they don't know boundaries. And they've been indoctrinated by the people who say they love them, that if they have conditions and if they have boundaries, that they're horrible people. Fuck that narrative. I'm going to switch decks one more time before we close out this reading. We're going to use the Moonology deck and see what needs to be known, what needs to be shown. Final message around love. Love in all forms. Love towards yourself. Love from another. How can you give and receive love to the fucking fullest? What can you do? What needs to be known? What needs to be shown? Thank you. Woo! All right, got a few cards here. We have, what the fuck did I say? Your commitment to yourself is being tested. This is all about how much do you truly love you, babe. This has not a goddamn thing to do with anybody else. It's time to breathe out, take a breather, take a break, reflect. That Hermit mode card, remember, from the tarot deck? It's time to do some self-reflection. Where have you been crossing your own boundaries? Where have you been allowing others to cross your boundaries that make you feel less loved? We have take a step outside your comfort zone, and confidence is the key to your success. I'm also hearing the words tough conversation. So there may be some honesty that is hard to hear, but you're going to hear it from yourself, and it's something that you really needed to hear, because I'm hearing if you kept going down this road of not knowing how to love yourself, although it may be a bit of a painful journey to get there, I'm hearing it's just a whole bunch more of half-assed bullshit relationships that make you feel lied to, used, manipulated, abandoned, broken, But we have releasing negativity, and prosperity lies ahead. You are already in the timeline where you are learning, you are worthy, you are deserving, you are capable of unconditional love for your fucking self. I'm seeing a small child being all wrapped up, just engulfed in this big version of you that is teaching you love, that is reparenting you and teaching you how to build confidence within yourself, love within yourself, reassurance within yourself, validation for yourself. So that way you're no longer clinging to the validation of others just to keep you going every day. If somebody doesn't say a nice thing, you question everything about your entire existence. I'm also hearing finding a sense of self, something to stand on that is you. This part of you was not built on, because you're in a relationship with them, so you watch what they watch and listen to the music that they listen to and only eat the things that they eat and only do the things that they do. Who are you? Who are you? outside of a partnership? Who are you outside of everybody around you? If everyone in your life was not there, who would you be? And that question in itself is one thing that scared the living fuck out of me when I started this healing journey. But it was also the one thing that made me feel like my entire life was a clean slate. I may have people in my life that I'm connected and attached to and love very much, but who I am is not based in their existence. And that goes for absolutely fucking everyone. We are our own unique individuals with our own talents and our own skills and our own hobbies, our own interests. And we do not have to think that the only way that we are loved by anybody else is if we pretend to be them. If we get lost in them. And I'm hearing there's a difference between being madly in love and lost in somebody, right? And feeling like if you become yourself, or if you allow yourself to be yourself, that person would no longer want you. That person would no longer see value or worth or a being that can be loved by them. Because if they're only loving you for the things that they see that remind them of them, do they really love you? Or do they really just really love themselves? And not in a good way, but in a like, mama didn't love you enough, and so you twisted your fucking mind kind of way. And I feel like that's really going to resonate with a couple of people who may see this video. They may be like, I know exactly what the fuck that feels like. Somebody really had some fucking mommy issues. Okay. Ultimately, there's going to be a lot of self-expression, a lot of self-expansion, a lot of personal power, a lot of feeling what it's like to learn how to love yourself deeper and deeper and deeper and fall madly in love with you. You are worthy of being incredibly, furiously, passionately in love with you. No matter if you have anybody else around to validate that love or not. So I hope that this resonated with the individual who purchased it, as well as others who find this video. If you would like help on your self-love journey, if you would like help building confidence, help learning boundaries, then please come join us on the Patreon Soul Family. You can find the link on my website, infiniteabundance27.com. We hope to see you there. You will have access to conversations one-on-one with me, exclusive guidance, mentorship for your personal journey, as well as access to a private Discord chat where we can talk as a group together. You'll also have access to discounts on readings and other things off my websites. You'll have opportunities to win free sales, and everyone who subscribes to the $10 a month tier is entered for an opportunity to win the Infinite Light Oracle deck that I am creating, and I'm really fucking excited about. So I hope to see you on the Patreon Soul Family. I hope this resonated. If it did, like that button, hit the follow and subscribe and post notification bell and all that shit. Let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Peace out, Girl Scout. Have a good one. Stay hydrated.